Hello Flosstube, my name's Natalia and this is my channel OfficialMermaidsCove, where I share my love of cross stitching and some of my other crafty hobbies. Welcome to my returning subscribers, and if you've stumbled across this, hopefully you'll enjoy what I have to share and maybe you'll think about subscribing and seeing what I have for future videos. So this video I'm just going to do it's just a weekly update video. I'm going to show what I've been working on for the past week. And go through some crafty things I've picked up for haul, and go through my numbers, a few plans moving forward, and then some mentions at the end. So I've gotten a fair bit of stitching this past week, and I have multiple finishes, so I'm very happy about that. I guess I'll start with... So I had done my whip parade after the end of March. So my first quarter whip parade, and I was looking at some of the smalls that I had. My number of whips has like exploded since starting Flosstube, and I think it's getting to me. So I went through my ongoing whips and I was trying to keep it under 25, but it's still a little much. So I went through my smalls and I started looking for projects I can maybe finish. So I went back to this one. This is The Magic of Winter, and I believe it's Cardinal Stitchery is the designer. I'll put it in my description so that you'll know for sure. I don't have it written down right here, and I don't have the pattern with me, but I did, but I know it's called The Magic of Winter. I think it's Cardinal Stitchery, or Cardinal Hill Stitchery, and I was able to get that finish. It's very cute. I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but I think you can make modifications, like if you wanted to change this dog to like a cat or a different type of dog. I think it'd be pretty easy to do. So it's a really cute little pattern that my friend gifted me a little kit for, and it's on a 16 count hand-dyed fabric that I dyed with my sister. And my friend kitted this up with the called for color and cotton threads, so that's what I used. So I have a little finish, and that was one of my winter projects that I still had some of the smalls that I had, so I think I should be officially done with winter, at least winter themed things. Then the next thing, I got my Sal back. We've been doing this as like a round robin stitch. So this is the Noblest part, and the pattern's by Sweet Wing Studio. This is stitched on a 16 count Grace Notes fabric, 16 count Ada, and the colorway Mary. And it's finished. We did this with 6 people, myself included, so we were able to stitch 6 parts of the pattern. And then I put down here, it was a round robin that I did with the people from Table 15, which is who I sat with at the Stitch Florida retreat last year for 2024. So I put all that information there, and I really liked how it turned out. This is a really fun Sal. I think it's really easy to split it up too, because I think we like split it up so that we each stitched one of the floss cards and some of the words. I really like how mine turned out. I did a color conversion. I used one of Tiger Lily's project cards. I think she gave us one for the retreat because she was there too. So I put these details. I gotta put the finish date. I finished it with the back stitching. I was finishing up the back stitching on April 10th, so this past Thursday. So that's my color conversion there, if you can see that. I'll probably take a picture and put it on my Instagram as well. But I think, I don't know, I maybe want to try making this into like a drum. I haven't tried a drum finish before, and I think this would be a good candidate for that. So I've been watching tutorial videos, so hopefully I'll try that for my next FFO. But this is another finish. I'm really happy. I really like, I think these were mostly DMCs. I really like how this one's stitched up. This was my Bestitch Me silk. The purple has like a really nice variegation to it. And this one, the Belsois flamingo color, looks like it's stitched really nice too. So yeah, that was another finish. And then I've also been working on my my Forbidden Fiber Co. kit. This is Unfortunate Souls. I am stitching it with the kit materials, which includes the hand-dyed floss from Forbidden Fiber Co. It's 5 colors. And we have Wreath, Heather, Seaside Sprite, Nevermore, and Hyacinth. And this is being stitched on a 16 count Ada in the colorway Love Potion, also dyed by Forbidden Fiber Co. And I have made really good bit of progress on this. I think I've gotten over 1,000 stitches since the last time you saw this. So I have all the words in and the tentacles, and I'm working on the seashells over here, and then I'll probably like fill in a lot of the bubbles, and I wanted to leave the tail for last. I'm still debating on whether I want to add maybe some sparkle to the tail, but we'll see. We'll see what I decide when we get there. And then the very last whip. Yes, I stitched on 4 whips. So who knows, maybe this will be a finish next time you see it. But the last one I've been stitching on for Stitch My Way to You. Hashtag Stitch My Way to You Sal. This is a Sal that I was tagged for by Silver Stitches. And well, or maybe I saw it on her Instagram. And got inspired to do it for end of last year, for this year. And I think she said she saw it on Small Town Stitches Flosstube. But this is Angel Elegance is the Gold Collections Dimensions kit. I'm also stitching this for all the kits April that's hosted by Blushing Pink Stitches. So for my Stitch My Way to You Sal, I have a little under 8,000 stitches to do on this. And this is where I am at currently. I think I have 3,000 stitches in for just this month. So I've got a good bit of stitching done on this. I think I'm going to have to move. Well, I don't know how I want to do this. I don't know if I want to try to stitch all the way across and then get this upper part done before I move it down, or because it's split into like 4 different parts. So I don't know if I want to move it down so I can finish this complete page down here and then work my way over here. I haven't decided yet. This is stitched on an 18 count white Ada that came with the kit, and with the kit floss, I think dimensions. I can't remember if this... It doesn't say that it uses DMC threads. Maybe I think maybe this is one. I can't remember if Dimensions uses their own color coding system for their threads. But yes, so I'm very happy with the progress that I've gotten on it. I'm thinking I might try to stitch a little bit every day towards the end of the year. I'm not planning on making this a finish, but maybe I can get close, so to potentially finish this by 2026. I think this is my oldest whip currently. I think I started this way back in 2001. So it would be nice to see more progress on this. I think it's officially past. I'm at 16% now, I believe. So that's definitely more progress than it's seen in the past couple years. So I'm very happy. The sal's definitely helping me get progress on that. And on some of my other whips that I put on there, because I did put quite a few full coverage projects, and I plan to bring those out as the year progresses as well. And that is it for my stitching. I did not work on any full coverage. I wanted to maybe pare down my whips a bit, and I still have some spring whips, smalls, that I could put in. Some of them are kitted up, some of them are not, but I want to see if I finish my... What else do I have as far as smalls? I have a summertime one, but I'll hold off until summer. I've been doing a lot of seasonal stitching this year. I definitely want to finish this one. And then I have one that I have that was like a pre-started kit that I was doing for my husband. I might pull that out and try to see if I can finish working on that as well. I know that has some back stitching to do too, so it's not going to be just cross stitching. And I think there was one more, and then I have like my secret stitches are supposed to be smaller, but I need to outline some more specifics on that too for myself. So yeah, we'll see where we go moving forward. I do want to pull out some of my full covers though. Like I said, I do want to get more progress on those. So by paring down and finishing up some of these smalls, I'm hoping to make room to make that a little bit easier on myself to work on. And especially, you know, I'm focusing a lot on my Angel of Elegance to get that progress in, but I won't have to focus on it as much after this month. So we'll see how that goes. Numbers wise, I got to break out this sparkly washi tape for Magical Winter. So my numbers for the past week, Sunday to Saturday, were 4,885 stitches. I did no stitching on Sunday, no stitching on Saturday. I spent some time with friends Saturday, and I did some crocheting, but I didn't do any cross stitching. I can show you the crochet real quick, I guess. I don't know if you're interested in that. I did a lot of stitching on Sunday. I got over 1,000 stitches on Unfortunate Souls and over 700 on my Angel of Elegance, so I guess I get that technically made up for... Sorry, that made up for Saturday to do all that stitching on Sunday. But yeah, we'll see how the week progresses. My crochet, do I have it here? Yes. I'm still working on the baby blanket. I haven't gotten a lot of progress on it. So it's this back design. It's got like these baubles. And this book is Ripples for Baby, Beginner's Guide, 8 Projects by Leisure Arts. And I am crocheting this with this really pretty purple yarn that I got at a thrift store. It's the Burnett Softy Baby. And this is where I'm at. I think I got like maybe 3 additional rows. I had 3 rows to begin with, and then yeah, almost 3 rows I've added on. It's a really repetitive pattern, so I might take it. I'm going to be visiting family for Easter, so I might take it with me and do some of that in the car on the way there. So for those of you interested in crocheting, there you go. As far as haul, I went by my local thrifty craft store again, and I picked up a few things. They had recently, I think I grabbed this today, they had a whole case of DMC for $5, and I think I already counted them. There's like 108 bobbins in here, and they're all very nicely labeled. I don't usually keep my threads on bobbins, but I think for now I'll keep them on here and then just pull when I need them for projects. Maybe I'll pull for my full coverage from here and slowly transition them to floss cards or something. But yeah, they all look like DMC. and they have the DMC numbers. So I think it's funny that like out of all the colors in here, there's not any black. There's quite a bit of white. I just thought that was funny. So I got that. I also picked up some of these really cute wooden buttons. They say handmade with love. And they had some big buttons and some smaller buttons. So I think that'll be cute to add on to some FFOs, or I might put one of these on my crochet blanket after I'm done. And that's not all. I got this. It was like a little briefcase, carry case. It looks like it's thick enough to hold a Q-snap, so I might use this to carry around my full coverage piece. Some of my full coverages I'm only working on the black, so that might not be too terribly inconvenient to take with me to work if I'm just doing black. So I'm debating maybe making that my lunchtime stitch and getting progress on it that way. I am rebuilding my fabric dyeing stash, so I don't think I've ever tried using these bottles, but I'm going to try them out and see how I like storing my powder dyes in here. I also got this. I'm not sure what this is for because it looks like it came from a kit. It has like model glue in it and tree adhesive, but I wanted the spray bottle and some other stuff in here to try out for fabric dyeing. I picked up this 5-subject notebook. I was actually going to use this maybe for work, but it looks pretty, seemed like a good find. I picked up some postcards. I was going to see if I like maybe cut them into little pieces and make a floss, or yeah, I guess floss cards, floss drops out of them. But they're great Smoky Mountain National Park postcards. I got this. They have like these cute little pocket pets, and they sell like 3D printed stuff that they make. And it's like bunnies, and one of them's like one of the click bunnies. So I picked that up I'm gonna visit my sister and her kits, so I think the kids will like that. I got some small star sequence that I can use for cross-stitch finishing. There's these spherical ones that are pretty small that I could also use for finishing. This is one of the clicky things that they have there. The little boba tea. I think I got a few of those. One of my nieces is obsessed with that stuff right now. I got some trim, like cording trim. Be good for finishing. It says it's needlecraft, woven and knitted for plastic canvas, but I was going to use it as trims. Here are the other quickies. So I have some more boba teas. I need to find little keychains for those, and little heart cookies. I thought I had more of those. Yep. Here we go. There's hugs. Miss you. And then there's a little paw print. I think I'm keeping this one. I think I'm keeping one of these and one of these. Those are so cute. And I also picked up stickers. I was waiting to see because they were taking suggestions, and I told them about maybe adding mermaid stickers, but I didn't see. Well, I saw some, but I didn't see mermaids. I saw, like, you know, they have the Disney princesses, so they had some Ariel stickers, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they have a really big, like, bit of stickers, so maybe I just didn't have the time to look through them. This one says, believe myself. This one says, but I already did something today. And then this one says, I will not die today. I thought that was, I read a lot of like adult fantasy, young adult fantasy books, so it has like dragons and stuff. The pretty fairy, some flowers. A future nurse. I want to give this to one of my friends. I think she's in a nursing program, so I'll have to remember. So that aside, I have a jellyfish, some seashells, some pretty blue flowers. This one says follow your heart. This one's in Spanish. La comprensión es el primer paso para aceptar. It's basically like comprehension is the first step to acceptance. I don't know, I just thought it was a nice little quote, and I like that they have Spanish quotes. And then I have, this is like, I guess, I don't know if there was a place that was selling sewing machines that was going out of business or something. They had these packages where it's like compliments from your local Husqvarna Viking dealer. That's like a sewing machine brand, I think. And it has, so they had that donated to them. And I got it because it has one of these bags. Sorry for the crinkle. It has one of these bags. I have a green one of these, and I really like it. It's got like the two pockets, little pockets on the inside. And then it's got a bigger inner pocket with a back pocket. And then it has, on both sides, like it has a thing here that you can like hold on to and carry it. And then it also has a little loop on the side here that you could attach to a book bag or something. I have a green one, now I have a white one. And it also has some things in there, like some small cuts of fabric. Yeah, it's got different, this is denim, there's some pretty butterfly fabrics, this is some batting, some, I think it's like stretch net, and then this is like a thicker fabric. A little notebook, a pen, and then what is this? It's like a magazine about how to use your sewing machine, or how you could use sewing machine. How you can use it to embellish garments. Pretty interesting. And that was all my crafting. I don't know if I ever showed this on my channel before, but I just brought this out and started using it again. It's a little bag that I bought for donation to one of the animal shelters we rescued our pups from. A lady made them and then was selling them for the shelter, so that was cute. It has Betty Boop on it. And I think that's everything I had to show this time around. I have been abstaining from buying things. I never spend a ton of money, but I've had plenty of occasions to splurge on myself here recently, and I think I need to take a break from all that for a little bit and get to work on some of the things I've acquired. So that was it for haul. I'm trying to remember where the bag all this was in went. Last thing I have is mentions. I've been watching a lot of Flosstube recently. I've been trying to catch up with my backlog. Tess Lynn recently celebrated 700 subscribers on her Flosstube channel. I definitely recommend her channel. She has a lot of cute things, and she also does like envelope stuffing, cash stuffing, and like tips on budgeting and stuff. So I find that entertaining to watch as well. I've been watching Emily C. She's currently still doing her effort to fundraise money for CASA. And funnily enough, this is not a this is not a Flosstube recommendation, but I follow Steve Trevino. He's like a comedian, and his wife, I think, is also involved in CASA. She's going to be hosting or helping host an event for their 40-year anniversary. So if you don't, they have like a podcast where they talk about stuff that they're doing, and I know he does a lot of things for veterans too, and he talks about different fundraising efforts. But I just thought that was a happy coincidence since I know Emily C did it. I wasn't aware that his wife was involved with that. So I'll have both of their channels there below. You can see how you can involve. There's a lot of people who've done a lot of interesting cross-stitch things to motivate people to donate. So if you're interested at all in that, she also shares some of that on her channel as well. So I would watch her the last few videos that she's had on that, and she also gives you information on how you can donate. Royal Stitcher, they've recently started making videos again on Flosstube. I really like watching her videos. I think a lot of the full coverage stitchers that I typically tend to watch, either they've cut back on filming as much, or they've just gotten really busy. And you know, as how long it can take to finish one of those projects, so it's understandable that you might not make progress or consistent progress over so much time. But it's nice to see another full coverage stitcher, and every time I watch her videos, it motivates me to keep wanting to work on mine. So definitely go check her out. And she also like does a really good job of like showing you how she's working through her piece, which is really helpful, and gives you different tips on how you can see progress on the project so that you can, stay motivated to keep working on it. Dottie at Stitching Scotty. She's one of the people that I was doing the retreat, not the friendship retreat Sal with, for that round robin piece, the Noblest part. She's had a lot of fun things to show. She's been going to a lot of retreats here lately, so she has a lot of things to share from the retreats, and a lot of stitchy goodness on her last few videos. So I would definitely go and check her channel out. Nina Hobby Site. She has a wonderful fully finished object that she showed on her channel. It was this, I think it was a Dimensions Petite, but the way that she finished it is like that frame was like meant for that piece. It looked really, really pretty, and I always enjoy watching what she's working on too. And then the Crow Stitcher also recently celebrated 800 subscribers on their Flosstube channel. Also, I've been watching Cross Stitch the Globe. They have put out videos with like spring freebies that you can go check out. I remember they've been doing like floss organization and other videos too. I always enjoy watching their videos. I think they had shown some haul they got into, or maybe some stitchy kindness that somebody sent their way, and it included some of the Disney Dreams collection by that one artist, but like maybe some of the smaller ones, but those look really pretty too, so it'll be interesting to see if they have progress on that. And I think those are all of my mentions. a little longer than I expected the video to go, but I'm very happy that I had a lot more stitching to show this time around, and hopefully I can get some more stitching on some of my smalls, so then I can start showing you more progress on some of my bigger pieces. I haven't decided what I'm going to pare it down to. I think before my whips just ballooned out of nowhere. I think I had maybe like around 12 whips, if that. And like some things like my angel, I would only bring out around Christmas time. And I'm not a super big Christmas stitcher. So we'll see what I end up paring it down to as we move forward. I definitely want a new start for my birthday, and that's coming up this summer, so I want to, you know, lower the number of whips I'm currently working on before I get there. So wish me luck. Hopefully your spring's going good. Easter weekend's coming up. Hopefully you have some fun plans with your family and your friends. You'll get to go egg hunting and other fun activities, and hopefully you fit in some time for stitching as well. So until next time, happy stitching. Bye.